Konnichiwa minasan, and World 7 Desu coming at you from Rich Labs, and today I'm going to cover a game that, honestly, my video on it blew up quite a bit back in the day when it first came out, but I didn't retouch back onto it, and then I said, why not? Let's touch it now, because I believe Cyberpunk 2077 on the Xbox One X, Xbox One S, and the Xbox Series X and S are not going to get patched until the next gen patch comes out later this year, hopefully. Let's fingers crossed that we'll get it in around fall is what I remember. They're going to release an update that upgrades the game to the next gen. And honestly, I don't think we're going to have any other performance patches, really big ones, until then. So what we're getting now is what we're going to have for the next 4 or so months, I believe. So, but anyway, so I want to show you what the current state of the game is as of the latest patch. And let me tell you, 3 of the consoles, it's good. One of them, it's doable if you really don't have anything else to play. Let's talk about it. So here we go, Xbox One X on the left and the Xbox One S on the right. And as you can see, we're having a bit of screen tearing on the Xbox One S, and it's running below 30 FPS. And a resolution that honestly belongs more on the Nintendo Switch than anything else. I think the game would feel just at home at that resolution of 720p in my opinion. And then of course the Xbox One X busts out a 1440p at 30 FPS with drops here and there. I would not say occasional, and also screen tearing, which VRR and FreeSync are going to help you with that. On the Xbox One X, personally, whenever I'm playing with VRR or AMD FreeSync on, it's a dish experience. Guys, Xbox One S, look. Here is what the CEO, you can pause the video and read that, but the CEO of CD Projekt Red said that Cyberpunk 2077 on current consoles or whatever, I guess it's talking about all platforms, it's at a satisfying level of performance, meaning they're going to go ahead and further focus on development of DLC and whatnot rather than just performance fixing and stability. As you can see on the Xbox One S, I am running around with Bayonetta blades and shooting at the same time. I don't think that is a current feature of the game. Maybe they'll see that it's been hidden and sent only to Xbox One users, but I definitely would wish and would like it to be a feature. So CD Projekt, if you're watching, please do so. Besides that feature request, I would say that on the Xbox One S it is not satisfying. It really is kind of a situation that we don't really have with a lot of games, where when you play on the Xbox One S, even nowadays most games when you play on that console, it doesn't feel like you're playing the low, back in the day 15 years ago PC games where you set the low settings and you set them up to high and you'd be like, wow, this is a different game. Nowadays low to high settings doesn't really bring such a stark difference in graphical performance. As you will attest, some of you, let me know with a like and a sub and a bell along the way if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Cyberpunk does a good job on Xbox One S to show you that you're running on an old piece of hardware. I don't because there's so many good examples of well-performing games on the Xbox One S, I just can't give Cyberpunk a break on that sense. But anyway, this is what you're gonna have, I believe, until fall. Once that update comes out, I'll definitely stick around, because I will check it out and I will report back on any updates that they release for the Xbox One S. And yeah, this event didn't crash my game, it just loaded me back up, which takes a while on an HDD. But yeah, Xbox One S, acceptable. Xbox One X, and satisfyingly on the Xbox Series X and S, which we're going to talk about right now. Here we go, Xbox Series X on the left and in the middle, and then the Xbox Series S on the far right. Xbox Series S, as of the making of this video, only has one game mode, and then the Xbox Series X has performance and quality. The Xbox Series X delivers 1080p 60 FPS, or at least tries to, and then 1500p to 800p 30 FPS on quality mode, and then the Xbox Series S delivers about almost 1440p 30 FPS. The thing is, the quality mode on the Xbox Series X graphics settings is pretty much what the Xbox Series S is delivering. And the thing is here, guys, even at 30 FPS, I do feel like the Xbox Series X and Series S have a lower input lag or something around there, or just maybe something there, or maybe it's just my brain, but it just feels a little more responsive even at 30. But yeah, besides that, that's pretty much what we're getting on the next gen consoles. One point that I do want to bring out to you, that it's not all doom and gloom for fans of Cyberpunk for the Xbox Series, Xbox One S, my bad. The Xbox One S will be able to play Xbox Series X games eventually, and of course, more than likely through streaming, and then more than likely we will, before that, be able to stream Xbox Game Pass games to the Xbox One S. And so what I think, I believe there's a feature on PlayStation 4 that allows you to remote play your PS5 to your older console. I think we're going to have something around those lines. The Xbox One S will be able to play, hopefully one day, the optimized for Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S version of Cyberpunk 2077. It's just an idea, wild idea in my head that I hope it's possible in case it never gets patched fully on the Xbox One S to be acceptable or satisfying levels of performance. But anyway, as you can see, with VRR FreeSync or AMD FreeSync on the Xbox Series X, I would say performance mode, which is what I play at, is pretty good. And then quality mode, I just prefer the 60 FPS with AMD FreeSync. If you don't have that, then I would probably stick to quality mode. And of course, Xbox Series S, honestly, I believe it will get a patch for 60 FPS down the line at 1080p. But until then, stick around. I'm Richie Rich Labs, I'm in World 7, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.